Hi guys, and welcome to my review of my Citizen Ana-Digi-Temp. This is a Japanese made watch, and I see this watch as a testament to Japanese watchmaking because it combines both the analog and the digital for which they're famous. Japanese brands such as Citizen, Seiko, and Casio really did revolutionize the digital watch industry in the 70s and 80s. It has declined now, but there was a time when digital was a real wow factor. These days Seiko doesn't really make many digital watches. Citizen still does, but it's been left to Casio to really carry the industry in the digital field. So this watch for me, I'm going to show you what inspired me to get this watch. In the early 2000s, I think I'd recently seen the movie The Flight of the Navigator, which is a 1980s movie, and the craft looked like this. It's very metallic looking, very shiny, and that was something that I was kind of impressed with in the movie, that they didn't go for the usual UFO shape. Then I saw this, and its unique shape, it kind of reminded me of the movie. So I later found out that the Citizen analogs had a long history, and they used to look very kind of 70s or 80s looking, and they made quite a few of them of different shapes and looks. Here's one that's a bit more kind of squared looking. Here's a very unique looking one, very rare one. Here's more of a dress watch style. So there's quite a lot of them, but to me this was my favorite design, probably based upon that space look. So this was the one I actually bought. I bought this in the early 2000s, and it was my daily watch. It still works, it just needs a battery, but the glass is cracked, and as you can see, it's quite scratched up. So I noticed online that it was harder and harder to find this watch, and people were selling it secondhand for $500 or so. I thought, well, if I ever see a brand new one again, I probably want to get it because they're becoming rarer to find. And last year I saw this one, and I jumped at the opportunity because I think the seller only wanted $200 for it, brand new. And based upon how the other one aged quite badly, I was like, okay, I'm going to take care of this one. So let's go through some of the features of the watch. Ana-Digi-Temp means analog time, Digi means digital, and Temp means that you can measure the temperature in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. The left corner has a clock, the right has an analog display of seconds, and then we have our digital interaction here. By pressing the mode button, you can flick through. In date mode, you can also measure the temperature. In alarm mode, the watch will actually record what the temperature was when the alarm went off. So if you actually want to have a little record of what the temperature was at, let's say, 5 in the morning or something, this will let you know. Not sure why you'd want to, but they built that in. We have dual time. And then we have a chronograph. I'm going to show you what the watch looks like on my wrist. Let me just, while I do that, let you look at my old watch. So that watch there, that has a black, I guess you call it an ash colored backing, whereas this other model has a very slight blue, almost like a grayish blue. Barely noticeable between the two until you go into sunlight. So that's my Ana-Digi-Temp watch. Try to get a good focus for you. My Ana-Digi watch. Hope you like it. If you do find this one online, because I believe they don't make this particular model anymore, I would get it. They seem to either have surplus stock or still make the boxier ones, because you can see them online quite regularly. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed this review.